The Fed can't bail out the 1 quadrillion notional value of the derivative market. I, I don't know if I'd ask that question, Mike. I think the question might be, can the Fed bail out the banking system? Because that's who's really holding the bag on that. And yeah, I mean, I guess they can. It's just a matter of, I mean, they can expand their balance sheet infinitely if there's assets. And what if there's no assets? I guess they could buy the derivatives. Then it's just a matter of there's no free lunch. We all know that. So if they expand their balance sheet to a quadrillion, there's got to be a release valve somewhere. And I don't even know what the dollar would be worth if they expanded their balance sheet to a quadrillion. Just because they do doesn't necessarily mean that there's more currency units chasing goods and services. But at that point, I can't imagine how some of that base money wouldn't leak out. But I mean, who knows? I would have said the same thing with the Fed taking their balance sheet from 800 billion to 7 trillion. At the end of the day, we have to realize that there's a transfer mechanism from base money to broad money. And as of right now, that transfer mechanism is the government or the banking system. And if they're not playing ball, then all those bank reserves, whether it's 7 trillion or a quadrillion, just sit at the Fed and do nothing. The only thing they do is expand the balance sheets of the commercial banking system. That doesn't mean that the banking system creates any more loans. And you say, well, you know, they're incentivized. Well, yeah, they might be incentivized, but that doesn't mean that there's anyone in the real economy that wants to take a loan. So many people get fixated on the supply side of lending and they forget the demand side. There's got to be demand. People actually need to want to take out a loan. And yeah, there might always be hedge funds that want to take out loans to buy those financial derivatives or whatever, or create this financial engineering. But I don't know. At a certain point, people's incomes have to be able to service the debt. And people aren't stupid. They're not going to just take on debt just because the banks are throwing it at them. And now some people might. You're going back to the GFC. You could argue that housing was like that, but that wasn't a huge majority of the American population. I don't think that the majority of Americans or any humans, it doesn't have to be Americans, anyone for that matter, would take out debt that they knew there was just no way they could service with their existing income. Again, on the margin, yeah, sure, there's people like that, but it's not 80 or 90% of Americans, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong.